We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. They start on the ground with Elliott. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Left side to Lamb. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. The Cowboys 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott out to his left. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. 20! And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach? He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Burrow on play action. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamar Chase, 35 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Prescott. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Inside give to Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And a short gain down to about the 33. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Prescott off play action. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Play action now. Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Steps away. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
He gives it up. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Samaje Perine, his first rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and inches, Prescott. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
First down there for T. Higgins. Don't let it be lost in Jamar Chase's phenomenal season. The Higgins had a big year for Cincinnati as well. Topped the 1,000-yard plateau for the first time, and he did it despite missing a few games with injuries. The third-year man could give Cincy a pair of Pro Bowlers at the position here in 2022.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. Here we go. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
On the move to his left. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, Prescott. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And that is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So maybe some signs of life. This has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return the interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Third and 2, now Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They'll run with Mixon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation. And what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll send a receiver in motion left. To throw once more on second and 10. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Snap will come from the 31 on second and 7. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play here for Dallas. And even 50 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other. For
Lord have mercy, Michael Gallup put that. Basically, he just lost the fuck out my defensive back. Jesus Christ, that man was on a t-shirt. Lord, he ain't have to do him that bad.
2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
No, dude didn't even jump.
And their struggles continue here.
Yo, like, dude, that's wild. My man didn't even jump.
A physical approach against him in the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
I still can't believe Michael Gallup put that man on a t-shirt like that.
I think the way that he gets there,
like, Lord, boys on a milk carton.
before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott rolling to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone.
Wow, that was a long dive.
Touchdown. Dak Prescott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
Hey, y'all didn't see that man put my man on a t-shirt though, so you know.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second.
Hey, man, fucking Micah Parsons is a crazy-ass tackler, bro.
They're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they go play action now. Burrow sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man, complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Whoa.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Burrow will throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, a 9-yard touchdown run.
9 yards for number 9.
A bit further. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic?
I hate the way this movie was filmed.
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of
Kill Bill
reason to
2
hang
is a
around,
great
especially
movie,
if they
though.
can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They'll run it with Pirine. And he is not going anywhere. They stop it for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And now here is another interception.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never. Touchdown!
Devin Asiasi
from 13 yards out.
And the Bengals have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 57 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Dallas, Texas is the spot, third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Out to his left.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Prescott does not hold on to that. Whatever.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And able to get him down, but he does.
Schultz is just mossing everybody.
18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Elliott.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits third for a 3rd time here.
You got a $10 bill?
He's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdown scoring.
Someone needed
when
it.
this season comes to an end.
My sister-in-law needed a 30 bag, but she only got 40 bucks. She asked me if I had a $10 bill to give her change.
Idea. Cheers.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase,
78 yards.
and the Bengals start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys already start to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down carry by Elliott.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The give is to Elliott. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point by Sly is up and good
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
That's crazy.
Brutal game sometimes, partner.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way.
Higgins, why you so slow, my boy?
Able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Now it's Burrow. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Slide for the PAT.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts
as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow. Higgins, what a catch. Touchdown Bengals. T. Higgins, 59 yards. And the Bengals have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half, my goodness, another interception.
No.
And the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Yo.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some break. There he goes, left side. The 40, 20, 10. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but